The 76ers have the #1 pick in tonight's NBA draft on ESPN, and they reportedly have already made their decision. Philadelphia has told Ben Simmons they will select him with the top pick, as first reported by Cleveland.com and confirmed by ESPN. Now we need to discuss this. Coach Cal, Stephen A., Seth Greenberg in the house. Now it's about to really get live, fellas.
Get him in a trap.
Come on now.
Stephen A.
He needed help.
He needed help.
He needed help. He needed help. I'm here for you, bro. I'm here for you. It's all love. It's all love. What's up, Coach? What's going on, man? Let's go.
He got you off vacation?
You know what? We go back 20 years,
Are you allowed to have vacation? I thought they'd shut down the network.
You know what? I definitely thought about that sometimes myself. But, you know, you guys look out for me. I'm beating him up now. You here to help him.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, I beat you up during the college basketball season for a couple of weekends. You know. But
all debatable. Can we get
it's all a lie. I'm only joking. Trust me, I'm only joking.
In honor of Skip, I'm not wearing a tie.
Oh, look at you.
That's right. That's right.
Coach, should Simmons be the #1 pick in the draft?
I believe so. Brandon is a really good player and going to be a good pro. You know, size and skill set, and he's the thing with he's 6'10", he's 240, really fast, really athletic, and LeBron-ish skills like passing and catching, and you know, he's got a ways to go. His shooting is more about inconsistency than anything mechanically wrong. So I would say if that's who they're taking and that's who they want, pretty good.
I don't think you can go wrong. I'm a Brandon Ingram guy. I look at him, he's Inspector Gadget with a jump shot. I mean, you're talking about 6'9". He's 18 years old. You can relate to that because you've had a bunch of guys like that. He's got a 9-1 reach, and he can make shots. The thing about the NBA to me is it's a make and miss league, and he has the ability to make shots. Now, everyone talks about Simmons. His shot's going to improve. I think he's more Magic-esque than LeBron-esque in terms of his vision. He's a world-class passer, but he never commits to making a shot. Now, you guys played against him. Like, he seems like he has 1 foot in and 1 foot out when he shoots the ball.
Let me tell you, we played against him.
The one time he crushed you.
His mother grabbed me in the hotel last night, put her arm around me, and I'm like, I'm Ben's mom, and I just want to tell you, you brought great joy to my life. Really? Why? We spanked you so bad down at LSU. It brought great joy. And she said, you know, we spanked you that game. I didn't want to tell her, yeah, we kind of spanked you the last game. But we played against him twice, and I can tell you, you worry about how are you going to guard this guy.
Sure.
And in that league, when you have to do that with a player, he's the guy. If you're saying we can just guard this guy and he'll make some shots, but it's a different deal. And that's why I come back to Jamal Murray. And everybody, he's just saying it because he's my guy. And you know what?
That's part of the reason.
Okay, it is.
Yes.
But he is the safest because he's 6'5". He scores the ball with anybody. And I've been wrong before. What year?
Once or twice? I don't know.
I think it was
Stephen A. Has he ever been wrong with it?
How about this? 20 years. I can't count the amount of times he's been wrong. But I will ask you this question, because I'm a Jamal Murray fan. And I think he's got big-time skills, and I think he's going to be big-time at the next level. Are you sitting here, though, and acting like he should be the #1 overall pick? You're not doing that, are you?
I said it all along, but obviously he's not going to be, so I won't.
You hold it tight. Forget what he's going to be.
I would
You're trying to tell me Jamal Murray should be the #1 overall pick.
When I look at this and I see Steph Curry and I see where the game's going, when I see the small ball and he's 6'5" with 17 shoes and hands that are this big, ambidextrous, I'd walk into practice, he'd be shooting threes left-handed. What are you doing? Coach, you don't really even know all my game. He played point for the Canadian national team. He played both point and off guard for us. I wanted him to catch and shoot and run off screen.
Well, you know what?
You're getting him worked up now.
I see the face happening.
Coach, I got to say this to him. I'm only being facetious because we're talking about a Hall of Fame caliber coach here. I would almost think you should be fired for making that statement. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. For first take.
I want to be fired for first take.
No, you don't. You know you're going to miss me. Here's the deal, Coach. If he that damn good, how many people have you held back? I mean, come on, Coach. If he's that good, then how come we didn't see that?
The most points ever scored by a player I've coached. The most efficient player that I've
He's big time. He's big time. I know that.
People want to go.
But I'm saying,
all these guys I've coached, he scored more than all of them.
Yeah, but the NBA draft.
And he's going to go in the NBA and be the leading.
It's not where a guy is. It's where a guy's going. Who's got the most upside? Is it Simmons or is it Ingram?
Well, let me go there.
Those are the two guys.
Let me go there.
Talk about upside.
If you're thinking Brandon Ingram, even though the games is not necessarily reminiscent, we think Kevin Durant because of frame, his shooting ability. He did shoot 41% from three-point range. We get all of that. Averaging 17.3 points per game for a Mike Krzyzewski squad. Fair enough. Here's the flip side. Coach Greenberg. I'm thinking of it along the lines of Ben Simmons. I actually have to agree with this man here for a second. Ben Ben Simmons is such a complete package to me. I got 2 questions about Ben Simmons. These are the only 2 reasons I wouldn't take him number 1. And I'm saying I would take him number 1. But these are the 2 reasons against him being the number 1 pick. A, if I'm questioning your motor, your consistent motor, and you only playing 35 games a year, how the hell can I trust you to play 82? That's a problem.
On a bad team.
That's right. That's number 1. Number 2, the market that is Philadelphia concerns me. Because if I got a question about your motor, if there's one city, you know this, when you were there with the Larry Brown era with Allen Iverson. Remember, before you took the job in Memphis, that's where you were, with me every day, because I was the beat writer there, Coach. I was the beat writer.
Isn't that the place where they threw snowballs at Santa Claus?
Yes.
Yes.
They booed Santa Claus, threw snowballs at them. They were cheering when Michael Irvin was on the turf, damn near paralyzed, all of that stuff. But Philadelphia is a great sports town, and I'm going to defend them. In the end, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
That was for Bruiser Flint. That's why
they love it. They love heckling you. I was there at McGonigal Hall when Temple beat you. You were ranked 5th in the nation at UMass. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. When you look at it and you say, if I got questions about your motor, and I combine that with Philly, ooh, and the last number 1 pick was AI, whose motor was never questioned. That's a problem, Coach. That's the only thing that I would say against Ben Simmons.
Let me throw this.
Everything else I love about his game.
Let me throw this on top of that, too. You know where the coaches from the 76ers are from.
Sure.
Okay.
They coached in Australia.
He coaches that.
Yeah, he coached in Australia. What I'm saying to you is they know this kid better than we know this kid. They know him from...
But personality's got to be a fact. Like, here's my thing about Ben Simmons. Look, his potential is unlimited.
No question.
His vision is ridiculous. His size, his versatility, all those things.
Pass and ability.
No doubt about it. But
off the charts.
Here's my question. DNA and personality. Like, to me, you've got to have a certain personality to be successful. Like, he's Magic Johnson without the personality. He went to LSU to be the face of a program. They were ill-equipped to have a player like that. You've got to go through it like you do it each and every year to understand, to take some pressure off a kid like that. The microscope is on him. How is he going to deal with the pressure and still the number 1 pick?
He's still the number 1 pick, and you're saying this, that, and the other. That's how good this kid is.
He won 3 state championships as a high school player.
Can I say this to you, too? If they wanted to take Brandon Ingram or Jamal, Philadelphia, take who you want. Don't worry about your position. And being the number 1 pick, yeah, there's a little added stuff to it. But the reality of it is, who does your team need? Who's the best player that you feel is out there? And if they thought it was Brandon, they should take Brandon. If they thought it was Jamal, they should take Jamal. And not worry about, well, we can't pass on this guy. I'm telling you, I think he's going to be fine. And I think Philadelphia...
I think so as well.
I think Philadelphia... I think both of them are going to be fine. I think Jamal's going to be fine. I think Jamal will be the leading scoring rookie. And then you can have me back on and
depends on where he lands.
Okay.
We got to get there. And speaking of that, one of your proteges, Coach Cal, Karl Anthony Towns, he's in-house. He's going to join us next at the desk, Consensus Rookie of the Year. Karl Anthony with us next. More First Take. Is becoming Rose Garden. The Bulls traded Derrick Rose to the Knicks in a 5-player deal yesterday. The former MVP has missed nearly 40% of Chicago's games since tearing his ACL back in 2012. You coached Derrick Rose at Memphis before he was taken number 1 in the 2008 draft. Was this the right move for him to leave Chicago and go to New York?
He and I talked yesterday. I said, how is it going to be leaving home? And he said, Coach, it's going to be hard. This is my home. Yeah. I wanted to bring a championship here. I gave everything I had, every ounce of my body I gave to the city and to our fans. I love my teammates. But you know what? I'm excited about this next opportunity, next phase. And I said to him, my opinion, it was time to hit the restart button. It's hard to hit that restart button in the same city. And let me say this. Unbelievable teammate. The teammates, and here's why. He'll defer. He'll put himself in your shoes. So if someone on that team has it going, he'll step back. We were playing in the national championship against Kansas. We're down 9. I'm walking off the court with him, and I said, do you want to win this game? Do you want to win this game? He goes, Coach. I said, you shoot the ball. Quit passing. And then we go up, and then we miss some free throws, and they say, then call timeout or whatever you want to say, and we lose the game. But I'm going to tell you that if he needs to step up, he will. If he needs to step back, he will. He wants to win. I've seen him cry in high school after an AAU game they lost. That's how bad he wants to win. I want ticket. I already hit Spike Lee. I said,
That's
Spike,
the guy, right?
I need a ticket next to you.
Yep.
And I told Derek, I said, I'd like to get season tickets, can't afford them. But I said, you better have tickets for me when I come to town. I got you, Coach, I got you. It's good. It's an exciting time.
It is, certainly. What about the Knicks fan, though?
And this one I'll wrestle you on. This one we got to get up and we'll do the wrestling here.
This is your squad.
John Calipari. Contrary to what some fools may believe, I love Derrick Rose. I think he's a great kid. I think he's a great person. I think when healthy, he's a great player. Not good, Molly. Great. Derrick Rose is an absolute stud when healthy. He is big time when healthy. I believe if Derrick Rose had never tore his knee up, that the Chicago Bulls might have won a championship. They clearly would have been to the finals one of those years.
Yeah, you're right.
One of those years, without question in my mind. But I can't sit here and let you get away with escaping the reality of the situation. Over the course of 4 regular season games, course of 4 regular seasons, there are 328 games. Derrick Rose has missed 201 of them.
Been hurt.
He missed, I'm getting there. Missed 20 entire 2012.
Right, stop. Do you think he missed any because he could perform?
Not, absolutely not. I'm not accusing him of that.
Okay.
Please stay with me.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going there.
I just need to know where you're going.
I'm going there. You don't need to know. I'll tell you when I'm getting there.
I just don't want to have to climb over there.
You know what? When you coach and you wait, you don't show everything in the first half. Relax. Here's the deal. He missed an entire season. The following year, he missed 72 games. The year after that, he missed 31 games. Last year, everybody wanted to stand up and give him a damn standing ovation because he played 66 games and only missed 16 because it was a miracle. We understand that those injuries were legitimate. It is wrong for anybody to ever question the legitimacy of his injury.
And his teammates would have said something.
And Joakim Noah, they love him to death. Jimmy Butler, all the guys spoke to him. They love Derrick Rose. Here's the problem. For somebody who is so quiet, who is relatively passive, introverted, how in God's name could you justify sitting up there and literally looking into the faces of the media and talking about how you worried about your next contract or whether or not you're going to be able to walk straight when your kid graduates from high school and all of this other stuff? You can't do that in the midst of a $90+ million contract, getting paid $20 million a year, getting scheduled to get paid $21.3 million next season. I know Derrick Rose is a good guy, a great guy and a great player, but you can't do something like that, Coach. Let me ask you this question. I'll come to you right now.
I've said some stupid stuff.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm getting to you. I'm getting to you. Yes, you have.
Don't get to me.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying that, man. I don't want you to say
I'm going to say it.
Excuse me. I'll say it.
It's first thing. I keep trying to tell you. I can say what I want here. Here's the deal, Coach. I got a quick question for you. If a player, any player, played for you, and they sat up there and said, well, I'm feeling well, Coach, but I'm worried about how I'm going to walk in 6 months. Would he be playing for you?
He did. His name was Derrick. The same Derrick played for me this year, walks out of a game after he had 27 points and said, my body's breaking down, I'm exhausted, I've never played this much.
Who is this?
And you know what? I sat him down and I said, Derrick, are you...
Derrick Rose?
No. My Derrick.
Okay.
So I said, Derrick, are you crazy? What in the world? These are kids, and you might say to me, well, he's a grown man, he's been through this. All right, he made a mistake.
No.
And let me
I'm saying he's in the middle of a $90+ million contract. You cashing the check.
Okay,
here's what
I say. He made a mistake. So now wait a minute.
Okay.
He made a mistake. He shouldn't have said it.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I saw Jerry Reinsdorf, and you know what I said to him? He said, you know, your guy I said, Jerry, I apologize for him because I know, Derrick, maybe someone was in his ear. There were people around him saying stuff, and you know what? He just said something. It was dumb to say, but let me say this. If you're the Knicks, can we agree to this point? Mm-hmm. This is a great opportunity for both because he's at the end of the contract. So if he wants to do this, he's going to have to get his body right. Let's all hope and pray that he stays healthy because I think what you're going to see is a guy that will drag New York along with the other guys. Now, you got Carmelo. He will drag those guys.
All right, let me answer that question before we go. I think the New York Knicks made an upgrade. I think that Derrick Rose...
Did they hurt themselves in any way?
They did not hurt themselves in any way.
Is it a good opportunity for them to say?
They didn't hurt themselves in any way. But here's where you're not talking to a basketball analyst or a pundit. You're talking to a lifelong New York Knicks fan. Is this going to deliver us a championship? Hell no. We both know that. You need more. You need more.
Well, they got another guy they may try to get now.
I know that, but what I'm saying to you is this.
Molly, we throw that guy in
But let me say this to you.
And if I'm telling you, Derek, with those two guys,
there's no question.
Will be
with Kevin Durant and Melo, absolutely.
Or,
but let me
or Dwight.
I'll talk about Dwight later. Here's the point, real quick. We're not having this conversation if this years ago. If this is years ago before Derrick Rose's injury, I think the New York Knicks got a shot at the title with that Derrick Rose. He's not that guy. Now, can he be that guy again? I don't know. That's a health issue. But that is my problem with this, because he's going into the last year.
Something he said?
No. He's going into the last year of his contract. It's a contract year. I think that's a plus. My issue is, come on, coach. You're the coach, not me. There are guys, coach, that you know want it bad.
Something stupid.
Forget it.
Let it alone. Don't ever go back to that.
Fine.
This is basketball. This is business.
Hold it. I never brought it up. I only brought it up because you're sitting across from me. Okay, that's number one. Number two, and more importantly, I'm simply saying, as a coach, you know good and well, you want Rough Riders. You want guys that you know. What LeBron, with his speech yesterday, how he was talking about Amon Shumpert and J.R. and others who will walk through a wall to try and win. Is Derrick Rose that guy in your mind?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I'm good.
Yes,
then I'm good.
Let me say this.
I'm good.
He's not like 32 years old. This is
28.
Young guy.
He's 28, coach.
Yeah.
He's not 18. He's 28.
Only my guys are like 22. You know, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is 22 years old. Only my guys are that young. He is 28.